All right, everybody, Babylon here. Today's episode, number 24, Fisheries Officer. Uh, this is a simple one. It's kind of like the farming one there, the cultivationist, except for it's just done with fishing. You have to make some things to take up there with you to help repair the building, plus heal him up. Take oxygen and water and food to give him. That way he can re-heal faster. Uh, you can't use your own oxygen tank and your own water bottle like I did in this one here. But
Things haven't been
it's
running
just
smoothly.
uh, it.
Okay,
I mean, it's real
let's get
simple.
this show on the
Uh,
road.
I did try. I tried before to use the fishery to make Ren, but it just seems like the it takes a long time to to do that. But you can put down a whole bunch of advanced fish traps and stuff and go off and let them fill up and come back later and empty them all out and sell them all to him over time, which would be well kind of easier than the cultivation. So you just don't make near the Ren like you do when you use the cultivationist. The I'm going to do the hunting one next. Uh, I have never done that one, but I'm going to do it this, you know, right after I get done with this one here, and see what's all that one about. I don't know what all I have to do go up when I go up there and stuff. So hopefully it gives me a list of stuff like it does here. I just grab the stuff here. Now I had to go and get some iron so I can smelt some iron ingots down to make the stuff out of the fishing bench and stuff that you have to take up there. Which I really didn't understand why. All I had to do was make the stuff out of the fishing bench, take it all out, and take my fishing bench up there. I could have made my replaced my fishing bench later. I don't know why I didn't do that to begin with. I messed around and made everything that I needed. And you can see here I'm looking for the iron. I could have sworn I had more iron than that, and then it dawned on me, and I remembered that I used that iron to make steel for the greenhouse and stuff. We did. Now, like I did the other day, I still had that greenhouse up there with the cultivationist. I took all the farm plants out of it, but I left the water and everything there, so that way, when I do go up there, I can let the animals stay in there and have some kind of shelter from the storms and stuff. Then turn around and while I do the farming and everything, I would have to take a new farm uh, ranch bench up there and some beds and stuff like that for the animals. But at the end of the day, I mean, it has plenty of stuff up there. This one here, will I be using it? I don't know. I don't. I don't know if I'll be using it that much or anything to get Ren, but that's something. Something I'm gonna have to test out. I don't know. I don't think you can make as much Ren with the fishery than you can with the cultivationist. Uh, but we'll find out. This is just right now. I'm just going down to get the iron. I'll just transition back and instead of showing y'all me going all the way down there to get it, and it shows now I'm coming back. So it's I don't know. I just think that I kind of like doing the farming one, the fishing one. I don't know what I said. It's kind of to me it's kind of crazy. I don't know whether or not to really do that or not. I don't know how many levels he's got left to go. I forgot to look. I think he's only got 5 more levels before he maxes out. But yeah, like I said, next week I'm gonna have to get my other base built up so that way I can get the animals further away from where I need to go in and out of my buildings and stuff. But yeah, like I said, I'm still working on the base and everything, but I'm getting close to that, to come up with a design. I'll have that probably done by the end of next week anyway. But yeah, there's not really much to say about this mission here. I mean, the only issue I had in the beginning was trying to get him to heal up. Repairing the his shop and all that was pretty easy and pretty self-explanatory. And when you're done with it, you can actually pick your stuff up and bring it back with you if you wanted to. Me, I just didn't do it. I just left it all there. I really didn't try to take anything down or anything on that. It just, I don't know, it's kind of weird. But yeah, it's kind of strange, man. Like I said, I really want to test that out, see what if it really be worth it, or just how many of those fishery traps you have to make in order to make the deal. Because you can't, they don't stack, so you can't bring them in like you would the produce and stuff like that. The well, we were doing coffee bean, weren't we? Yeah. So it is, but I mean, if it'll give you something different to do for a little while, even though you not probably won't make the same amount of rent, but you will make rent doing it. And of course, in order to get biofuel, but well, I wouldn't make biofuel at that on that time, but yeah, I mean, all this stuff is really simple. You had stuff you have to make to fulfill and all that. It all tells you everything before you even have to leave. It's not frustrating like some of those that you get up there and find out you have to build practically a whole base and everything with very little resources and stuff. Yes, it becomes a hassle them being in there like that. Just should take them out front, but yeah, it is what it is, man. I'll let it be like it is for now. Where I'm going to be building that anyway, they're going to have a huge farm area out there for them to graze and all that stuff, and but won't be nowhere near the buildings for me to go in and out of buildings and stuff like that. Here, I think it's where I was looking for the water barrel thing. Yeah. here I'm just looking through the foods and stuff like that for different things. But forget exactly. Oh yeah, the medical device. That's what I was looking for. And if you want to search for it, you need to capitalize the heel on it, and it'll show up. And even though I was typing in heel, it wasn't showing because it wasn't capitalized. But yeah, you just want to remember to uh, capitalize heel, and it'll come up on the deal. See, I was getting kind of frustrated about where it was supposed to be at. Then I come over here. I think it's in this bench here. I found it where I think I capitalized it and it showed up. Yeah. So it kind of frustrating, but I don't know why it would do that. Why it would matter if it was capitalized or lowercase or not. But it did matter, and I was able to find it in the regular bench and get it crafted. Just needed a few resources. And of course, always usual, always needing copper wire, copper wire, copper wire, copper wire. That phone always doing that. But yeah, went out the wrong door. I think here's where I had to go find some sulfur. With farm plots, you have to make 2 farm plots. I think I only needed a total of 20, I think. But, I think I went and got one more after this, which gave me plenty of sulfur for the mission as well. No, I think I had to go get one more, but I don't know if I'm coming down with a cold or what, but my throat's starting to hurt. Nose is trying to run. Ugh. I think what I also need to do is make a lot more gunpowder. I think I'm gonna have to farm a piece of land out and harvest a bunch of vegetables and stuff to put in the composter so I can get a bunch of plant fiber or dead plant cells, whatever they call them that. So that way I can use it along with salt and charcoal to make some gunpowder versus using sulfur and charcoal or sulfur and oh, what's the other? I can't remember the other ingredient that goes in, or charcoal, I think, or it could be coal. But at the end of the day, there ain't no sense in wasting the sulfur that away. But yeah, it's gonna be necessary. We do go through a lot of ammo, but it probably wouldn't be near as bad if I stopped using the guns and start using the bow more often. But I don't know, most of the time to get your arrows back, you would have to do that, so it'd be kind of like wasting your carbon and platinum and titanium for arrows. But we'll figure it out, man. We'll get it knocked out here pretty quick. solar panels up there. Of course, on the way back, you gotta be over encumbered where it takes forever to get there. Oh, sulfur and charcoal. Yeah. Still got quite a bit of charcoal downstairs, but spoiled plant matter, that's what that is. Spoiled plant matter, salt, and charcoal, one in each will make one gunpowder versus one charcoal and I think it's like 20 or 20 charcoal and one sulfur. So I think you have better outcome just using spoiled plant matter and stuff, doing that. That way, you know, because your salt and your charcoal comes in 500 stacks anyway. All you need is 5 stacks of the spoiled plant, and still come up with 500 uh, gunpowder that way. I couldn't find one of my light deals. Oh no, that's right. I was looking for my shovel, my platinum shovel, and I forgot I had left it up there at the cultivationist. And I think I just broke it down and made a wooden one. I think if I was better organized, it wouldn't took me that long. You know what I mean? But usually I don't get organized until I figure out where I'm going to build the main base at. And once I get that built, how big it is and what it looks like determines out my small post. Because I generally like will put a small outpost in each biome. That way he can get in out of storms, stuff like that, when he's in that area. But but usually until I get to that point, it's all chaotic and everything. I don't really have anything organized. Because the last thing I hate to do is organize everything and then wind up moving my base, and then everything would be just all deorganized again. So there we got the plots made, and we'll be ready to go here in a little bit. So I think there's just a couple of things I have to put up, and then of course got to sleep. That way I get my comfort bonus. Put it that way. Then we'll head out and go down there, save his life, and help him rebuild his stuff up. Now we'll just run over there. It's not that far from the base, as you can see here. That's one of the cool things about building where we're going to build at, where that yellow house is. You're be about the same distance to all three of those, and where the hunter one shows up at, you're still not too far away from that. But I think, I hope you can make some serious room with the hunting part of it. Because I know you can stack the vestiges up, but I don't think you can stack them very high. I think it's like 5 per stack, I think. But that'll give you a reason to use your taxidermy knife every time you kill something. Just to get the head and store the head for later, I guess, and just make one big trip up there. I guess you could use those satchels and stuff to put them in there, and then head up there. But we'll have to wait and see. That'd be another test thing to do, but that'd be killing a lot of animals, though. But like I said, I'll try it out to see what it is. But I got a feeling the cultivation is just be hands out the best way to make rand. You can just make so much more with it. Ugh. Where's my Kleenexes at? I might have to take a break if it keeps getting worse. I mean, it's like it's not getting any better. Yeah. Here we are at the cultivations. Depending on what direction you're coming from. I think the last time I did this one here, I came from the other direction, and it took me forever to figure out where he was laying down at. He's right there underneath that bear.
Don't just stand there! Help me!
But, you know, you can even give him raw meat and stuff, but it just takes time for him to heal. But he'll heal a lot faster if you give him oxygen and water. But I don't remember if him using the bandages and that stuff I just threw in. I think he didn't take that to help heal up. I think it just sat there in his inventory. Yeah, see, it's not taking it. And if you look at his oxygen and food and water, you see that he needs to eat, then he needs to drink, and he needs to get oxygen. And it just took me a moment to figure that out. You see there how it took that. But I think this is where I thought maybe the food would do it by itself, so I just ran off and I started working on the shack and doing the stuff that needed to be done on the shack. And of course, you know, I did give him some oxygenate to give his oxygen level up. Yeah, just repair the building. You know, you'll have to put your stuff down in there. But I don't think there's any such place as a designated place to put stuff. So I just put stuff down in various places there to just get the count and everything going. But yeah, the big thing is to just repair the building anyway. It'll wind up changing though once you complete it. You go back in there, you'll see your stuff laying on the ground that you can pick back up. I think I went ahead and fixed all the walls and everything anyway, even though it was finished. But, just checking out stuff on here, and then I decided just to go ahead and just take it all done, Mm. Sit there and look through his things. So you could put the farm plots inside that deal. I just set them outside. I wasn't exactly sure if they wanted them inside or not. But you wind up putting them inside when you're finished with the quest. They won't be back here. At least I don't think they were. I don't think I looked. I was just wanting to get the stuff done. All was left is we had to finish healing him up. And you'll see here in a second that he'll be full of food, but he wouldn't be full of oxygen and water. See, so I decided to go ahead and like do one thing at a time. Split that stuff up and put it in his inventory. But you can see he was already full, so it wasn't doing any good to do that. But and the medical stuff, I even tried using one of these, but it was kind of a waste of time to use that. So basically, in order to heal him up, those three deals on the side: food, water, and oxygen, and that would have knocked it out real quick. But I think I wound up like right here, taking my water bottle, putting it in there, and it filled up his water. And of course, when you got more oxide, oxygen. So I think in the end there, I wound up putting my oxygen bottle in there. Yeah, there we go. Then
It's
he
better,
gets
thanks.
up.
Reckon you could, help me rebuild this place?
Then all you have to do is, like the rest of the time, is just walk away from him, and
It's
it'll
better, thanks.
come back, and you have to
Reckon you could, help me rebuild this
grab
place?
some of the fish and sell some of the fish to him, and that will bring an end to it. Appreciate y'all watching. Thank you very much. Hope you enjoyed it. Just like, subscribe, and share. Leave a comment if you want. Tell me what you think, what something you'd like to see me do, or something like that. And just enjoy yourself and have a good day. Wish y'all the best. Peace out.
Hey there. Great catch there.
That's it, partner. You're finished here. For now, at least.
Stay safe out there.